92-year-old Joy Ryan and her grandson Brad Ryan have spent the past 7 years crisscrossing the U.S. with the goal of visiting every national park. Grandma Joy's road trip, as they call it on social media, began after Brad found out his grandmother had never seen a mountain before. And that started them on a trip of a lifetime. Joy and Brad Ryan join us now. It's great to see you both.
Thank you.
Great to see you.
And Brad, you had the idea for this quest back in October 2015, and ever since then, you both have been steadily chipping away, visiting every one of the 63 national parks. What prompted this idea?
I think there's just, this innate desire that I had to make sure that the sunset of her life was filled with as many memories as we could pack in. And because she had a willing spirit and she showed that she still had a lot of adventure left to live, when we went on that first trip by climbing mountains with me and camping and doing all the things that blew me away, I didn't see any reason to stop.
And Mrs. Ryan, when your grandson suggested the idea for this trip, how did you react? What was your response?
I said, yeah, I was ready to go.
Yeah.
Did you know it would involve camping outside and kayaking and rafting and mountain climbing and the whole thing?
No, but I'm willing to try anything once.
Yeah. We really just, we didn't know what we were getting into until we were just thrown into it. We arrived at the Elkmont campground in the Smokies at like 1 or 2 in the morning, and it was pouring down rain. We ate a lot of ramen noodles on a budget when we did our 28-day camping trip around the lower 48 for the first time, but it was nothing but joyful, honestly.
And Brad, how has this changed your relationship, this traveling together?
I always tell folks, I think every family has some good and bad in it, and it's really helpful and healing to be able to work all of that out through conversation. Everything kind of comes to the surface eventually, and you just work it out. And at the end of the day, nature is kind of that equalizer.
Mrs. Ryan, of the 62 national parks that you've visited so far, what's been your favorite?
It's hard just to pick one, but I had never seen a whale in my whole life except on a picture. And when we went out to the islands in California, one jumped up right in front of me, and it was miraculous. It really was.
I also saw a picture of you, I think it was in Alaska. You were in a helicopter, and you could just see glaciers off, in the distance.
Yeah, it was an exciting trip, I can tell you that. But we had a good time, and thank heaven the pilot knew what he was doing.
Mrs. Ryan, how has all of this traveling changed your perspective? How has it changed you as a person?
Well, I've lived in the same district, in the same house for 67 years, and it's just hard to imagine all the beautiful, wonderful things that you find outside. And it's just made, it's just been miraculous. And I've enjoyed every minute of it. And it'll give me something when I get old that I can sit and talk about.
Yes, ma'am. Well, it's been a real joy to speak with you both. I wish you all the best. And after your trip to the American Samoa, I hope you'll come back and tell us all about it.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.